Hmm. Hello, everybody. What is going on, everybody? How are you doing? I hope everybody's doing fine. How is everyone? It is Saturday, 11:57 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Los Angeles, California, and I am Theodore Ballou. You know, one thing I have to do. I'm gonna have to find. Um, um, but see, we can't upload videos on this damn thing. No, hold on. Oh Lord, pardon me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to correct that too. Um, oh Lord. Hi everybody. I am sitting here and the reason well, you know one thing I am gonna do, I'm gonna put on a little music. Hey Sylvia, honey. Hi. How you doing, honey? I'm gonna sit here and let's put in a little bit of music going on. Um Last night I told everybody that I was gonna go and I was gonna go and watch Paris is Burning. And I did. Um, hold on. Do I want to do that one? I told everyone that I was going to watch Paris is Burning and just really, really enjoy the show. I really honestly did. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, lovely. So I said I was going to go watch the show, see how everything. I had watched that movie. Now, mind you, I know a lot of folks in the ball community, especially the extravaganzas. They do not like Paris is Burning. They don't like what Jenny did, Miss Livingston. They can't stand it. And some people feel that she exploited everything and hey, hi Yinto, honey. Hi Yinto, how you doing? Everybody feels that she exploited the extravagance, she exploited a lot of the ball community. It just is not a good look. And I too agree. But I do remember Miss Livingston and all of her white crew. Honey, they were everywhere, all the ball community. I remember in the Audubon ballroom. I was actually at one of the filmings. Hell, it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was two, about 3 or 4 people of her crew there. The cameras were there, but I'm in the far back. We were on the rafters, the second floor. What you call that? We were looking down on the ballroom, and I remember being there. And a few of them, you don't see me in the movie. I know, of course not, but I remember being there, and I watched it, had a really great time. It was really wonderful. It brought back some really great memories of people that are no longer with me, that passed away of either drugs, violence, and/or HIV and AIDS. Um, it Every time I watch Paris is Burning, a song comes to mind by Shaka Khan called Papillon, and we were butterflies like hot butterflies, and it reminds me of how precious everyone was. I came to New York in '93. No, I came to New no, I came I was going back and from New York from Louisiana. That was in '89, '87, 80, 85. Oh, no, girl, that wasn't just '85. That was '82, '81. And I finally got here. I finally, because I graduated from Parsons, around about '89 and '90. No, '88. Um And so finally staying in New York, that was around about sweet Lord, I finally made my stay in New York at what, late '80s, pretty much. Absolutely. Um, so yeah, definitely. Because I finally made my stay in 81, 80, 81. Because I was still modeling back then in Paris. So I say all this to say, um, I'm never gonna get my age. I don't look my age though, not at all. At least I don't think I do. I'm a little fluffier, but you would never guess my age. Thank God. I am an elder. Respect your elders. I'm just joking. No, not really, not at all. Um, but I remember being so young and being, part of the ball community. I was never in the ball community. I wanted to be. I want to be so bad. But I knew I didn't have the gumption, and I knew I didn't have the gumption to walk a ball. And then also to keep in mind, back in the day, there were balls just held everywhere. And I had to work. I was a corporate child, and going to college, just got accepted to Parsons School of Design. I work in corporate jobs, being as a apparel designer. I had things to do, and a lot of it's time consuming. So I remember just enjoying the balls whenever I could get a chance. Usually, I was invited, and just enjoying it then. And I remember seeing Jenny Livingston um, around about that time. I think I only saw her team crew about twice, 3 times maybe. I think the last time they were leaving, they were, packing up stuff, just leaving, and I was coming in. It was really early in the morning. Um, but that being said, I watched Paris is Burning last night, and I told everybody on Clubhouse that I was gonna watch it. It's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna go have fun and just really, really tap into it." And so I did, and I watched it, and just a whole flush of memories just came back to me. I just had a really good time. What happened later, I didn't expect to happen. And I actually, how can I describe this? I woke up, I got, I was awakened by a notion that somebody wanted to talk to me. Okay. And I could just feel, at first, I really didn't understand who the hell it was. Mhm. I didn't get it. A lot of times when spirit taps in, I'll know pretty much who and what the spirit is. I'll know. This not so much. And I'm barely awake. Barely able, I'm not rubbing sleep out of my eyes yet. My eyes aren't really open. And I'm kind of tossing, turning, in that lovely state that you're in before you're fully awake. And I can't just have this feeling. I gotta find out who killed Venus. I hadn't put my feet on the floor. I haven't waken up to my pee. The tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Hmm? I remember no, I'm no. I think what started it last night on YouTube. Um, YouTube has Netflix has Paris is Burning, and it's on YouTube too. But I got to see after Paris is Burning, Jeannie Livingston gave extra snippets of Pepper LaBeija, um, the House of LaBeija, um, and then of Venus. Just extra. There was an extra 15 minutes I've never seen before of her eating. Hey, honey, of her eating and eating plates, and she's and of course taking care of her grandmother and her cooking in her rollers. I had never seen that before. I had only saw what Jenny Livet would with the Paris is Burning had played stuff. I never saw these extra 15 minutes. Oh, hold on. I think, hold on. I think I'm gonna, and I'm gonna put it in chat too as well. Hold on. Because it was really amazing. Hold on, I'm looking up it now. It was super amazing. Absolutely, absolutely super amazing. Oh, child, hold on. I'm trying to get YouTube up right now. Okay, now let me go and go into my history, and I'm gonna find it now. Leslie Jordan. I'm so sad he passed away. Little child, when he was younger, a little short, little hot little man. Who, Leslie Jordan? Leslie Jordan was a cutie pie when he was younger. He was a cutie patootie. Kind of short though, but he was so cute. Okay, I think this is, yeah, I think this is it. That's it. See, listen, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna hold on. Can I share? Can I share this thing? This with my window. I'm gonna see if I can share screen. And hold on. Uh, StreamYard. It won't let me share YouTube. Okay, studio, entire screen. No, no, not notes. Oh, it won't let me share it though. Share entire screen. Ain't nothing nasty on my screen though. Okay, allow. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna see if I can do it. Oh Lord. No, remove that. That's awful. Okay, let's try it again. Mm, get rid of that. Oh, stop the screen. Y'all, I'm just learning how to utilize this. Now we're gonna share a screen. StreamYard Studio. No. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. Okay, never mind. Not now. Not now. The browser has blocked your screen. Allow the screen. Chiclet screen icon. Oh, why did it block the screen? Did that do anything? Oh, oh. Let's do it that way. Hold on. Oh no, allow. Y'all, it's having a little hiccup. No, I don't want the notes either. It's not gonna let me do it. So I'm gonna have to put the link in, and that's perfectly fine. Oh, here we go. Can y'all hear her? See that?
Man that I'm gonna be with happy.
Y'all hear
Yeah,
her?
she hasn't been in any trouble, thank the Lord.
And the th-
And
see, she was talking about her boyfriend at the time.
and he thinks about good things.
Oh,
But it's like at this point of our lives, both of us, we're going through a little bit of changes.
yeah. I really would wish I would have met her. I really wish would have met that child. So here we go. So I'm gonna put the link in there. There we go. That's the link to there. Now that's the hidden scenes of Paris is Burning. Now I'm gonna see if I can. Okay, I have the YouTube. Oh, hold on, y'all. Maybe to let me do this. You think it will? Hold on. I'm gonna do it. Okay, because I have it. It has to be a second window, separate window. Now, share screen. Hopefully, let me. Yes, it is. It's letting me do it. Allow. Here it is, y'all. Okay. Here she is.
Since
Now, have
we
you
have
see? We've never seen these scenes before. There she goes.
whatever little intelligence or every bit of intelligence that they have, put
Yeah,
it to work and make use of it. Because beauty isn't everything. Beauty can also be only in the eye of the beholder,
hmm
as they would say. Rico, he's he's only 19 years old. I'm 22, and
hmm
I've been with him a year and a half already. Since he was 17, going on 18. I've been with Rico, and he's had a lot of problems in his past. His family has like practically disowned him since that. In the time that I have been with this man, I know that he hasn't done anything badly enough to upset me. Um,
Now, none of these scenes we
and
saw in
I'm
Paris
the
is
man that I'm
Burning.
gonna be with happy because I know he wants a child, and we discussed it. And I told him he can go.
Now, here's the scenes that was so cute. Look at her.
I always had a good appetite.
She's just having her dinner. Look at her.
Wait,
I wonder what she eating. Also, too, I heard in spirit that the Venice Venus was a very good cook.
but also it makes me very weak
Mm.
at times, and it makes me very edgy. It's
Now there she's talking about when she's doing hormones and her hormone treatments, how they make her feel. That's there. But check out the whole video. I don't want to spoil it for everybody because I'll just talk to the whole thing. It's just awful. But check it out yourself. You really get to see behind the scenes of not just her, but a few behind the scenes concerning the Paris is Burning. Really key characters that are going on. It was just so darling. And I think that's seeing those behind the scenes, now that I think about it, that's what may have spawned that psychic communication of wanting, um, not wanting to anything. I didn't. It's not something I wanted to do. I felt her, and so I'm making up my bed, and I'm thinking I kept it in my head because she's a persistent little thing. She's just persistent, and as a spirit is very persistent. The only way I can describe her spirit is just really bubbly. It's a little bit of sadness that's there. Now, mind you, she's clearly crossed over. What is this symbol right here? What is that symbol? Oh, I don't know what that is. But she's clearly crossed over. Um, I don't feel it's always. Oh, honey, we just jumping into everything. I don't want to do that. I want a nice little segue. So, and I thought about it, thought about it, thought about it, because one thing I don't want to do is be disrespectful to her spirit and to her energy and to her mojo. So I know the house extravaganza, they're very, um, I know the house she belongs to. I know that Venus still has people that still love her very much, that are still here in physical skin. So one thing I didn't want to do is just um, go about and just, why does I have a whole new Wi-Fi coming on. I didn't want to be disrespectful. Um, so I walked around, did some shopping, everything else, and then just said this. You know what? This is something that I'm definitely going to do this. So after I finished a few spiritual readings with clients, I just finished dinner here, and I said I'm just going to do it. It's 12:15 here, it's Sunday morning, and I said now is a nice time to do it. It's a promise I've made, and you're going to follow through. Yeah, it's a promise I made, and you're going to follow through with spirit, definitely. Now, I just will whenever, how can I put this? Whenever spirit attracts me, whenever spirit wants to talk, and usually this comes through just with different people, especially, and usually this is during the situation concerning spiritual clients. A lot of times I ask for permission if I can speak to their ancestors and if I can tap into them. And I'll just ask for permission to see if this is a thing and see if this is something that they allow for me to do. Um, with this situation, there was not really any permission given. A lot of time, I have had folks try to come through me before. I've just said, I've taken it as information. Okay, and I'll put that in my Rolodex in the back of my head. Oh, that's information I'll have in case if there's a conversation ever comes up. Um, I'll be able to, hey, I'll be able to talk about it. That's just, I'll put in the back of my Rolodex. This concerning Venus, I knew I had to talk about it because it's not like I was never concerned about what happened to her, but it was more so I was deeply, deeply, what could I do? Venus was killed so long ago. It's over 40 years, almost 50 years now. No, not 50. It's over almost 40 years. What can I do about it? Nothing. I mean, I can, as a psychic, I can hold space for her spirit, definitely, but she's clearly crossed over into the light. She wasn't always that way, and I'll get into that later. But there's nothing that I really could do about it. So, as a gay person, as a queer person, it's one of, after the first time of watching Paris is Burning, as soon as I get them, and I was saying, give you permission for you too. As soon as I get The money I will send, I give you. Oh, of course, honey. Absolutely. As soon as I went to an understanding, and being a young queer person was when I first watched Paris is Burning. I really that was one of the sad stories I heard about it because Venus was killed before Paris is Burning ever came, before it was even finished. And I remember when I first heard about that, because I watched Paris is Burning. Oh, chill. Paris is Burning came out in 1990. I watched Paris is Burning the first year it came out. I was working for Perry Ellis, and I was just about ready to go to, um, oh my god, um, oh my god, Bill Blass. Just about to go to Bill Blass. Just about to go to Bill Blass, and I was in apparel design. I watched it right at the theater. I forget the name of the theater. It was right in West Village. I was right there, and I hadn't known that. But then again, I hadn't known Venus at all. Um, but fast forward to future right now in this moment here. I just remember feeling this morning like, okay, I can do something about it. I can talk about it. I can relate information that I'm getting. I can relate what I'm feeling, what I'm understanding. I can talk about it in that way. Let me put on my conjurer too. Make sure I have my conjurer on. I can um I can relate. I can talk about it. Um, it's not completely out of my power. The last time, because also too, being a spirit conjurer and being a psychic, learning from my granddaddy, don't be getting nobody business if they ain't asked you to get in it. Uh-uh. Don't be getting nobody business if they don't want you to get in it. And also too, I'm tired of my conjurer. I'm a really big purveyor of my energy. And I'm not gonna get involved in something where I don't need to be at all. But I did this time. So I just remember waking up this morning and just feeling the first thing when I got out of bed, I said, I gotta find out how to kill Venus. And I could feel now, usually when spirit goes about working with you, there are clear requests, there are clear understandings, clear conceptualization of spirits. I'm not a vision kind of person of seeing a face. Like right now, like in that vision this morning, it wasn't a vision, it was just more so a voice in my head, just more so of a knowing, more like a goal. It's just something I had to do. Now maybe that could have been me, that could have been her. Just never felt that forthright understanding of like, okay, this is something I have to do. That being said, um, and I'm saying, okay, I'll do it, definitely. And I feel, and it's such a 365 because it was over, well, 25 years ago, 26 years ago, that I learned watching Paris is Burning for the second time. And like, okay. And back then, I wasn't really in the business of spirit. I was still in apparel design. But I do remember having sojourns on the way home and wondering, okay, who did this to her? Has anybody looking? And I remember for quite a few days it being on my spirit for a really, really long time. Still didn't do anything. This morning, because it's 12:21 a.m. It's on a Sunday. What is today's date? May the 26th, 2024. Today I'm going to do something about it. And now I feel much more comfortable speaking about it, much more comfortable in my gifts. I realize I'm nosy. I'm a nosy Hoodoo reader, a nosy conjure person, and I'm nosy psychic. That's my job to be nosy. I want to start out with the preface and understanding, and so that everyone who sees this understands. Venus has crossed over. Venus Extravaganza. I have to say her last name for the people that love her and still adore her. Um, she has completely crossed over. That wasn't the case though. And when I tell you tells you everything, Venus tells you everything. She's one of those spirits. So some spirits don't tell you everything. Some spirits let you pick through the pieces. They give you breadcrumb trails, which I don't mind because I'm nosy. But Venus, you don't have no breadcrumb trails. She tells you everything. She's very brash. She tells you everything. And the thing about it is one fell swoop because I feel from her personality. Y'all, she still has a personality. She's going to tell you something once, and then she's not going to want to have to repeat it again because then she's going to think, well, you're stupid. What? I, I, I don't mean to laugh, but that feels, her personality is still like that. She's like, why didn't you get it the first time? So, even this morning, just the downloads that I got, you begin to really understand. Okay, she's going to pull back from me if I don't get it right. So, I just want to fill in fill in a few holes. Now, I could be right or wrong. Um, no, I got a pretty good track record too. As far as her being killed, and I discussed this on Clubhouse this today. Venus knew who killed her. I had to get some water. Y'all see my spirit symbols on my water? Wonderful. Venus knew who killed her. And Mother Angie knew who killed her too. It's a cop. And I know his last name. I think it's Paillo. He's Italian. He's Italian. He's a cop. He's a cop. And Angie knew him too. And I'm gonna tell you something. And when Mama Angie did not come through, she did not. I feel her all around Venus. Venus brought her, because see, when Venus came through, she brought through other energies through. Because see, she relates information to you. No, she relate information just really, she's really direct about it. But she relate other information from other people, other folks without skin, and she'll bring that right in to kind of back her up, like it's to back up what she's saying. So Mama Angie Extravaganza, the mother of the house, she did not come through. But Venus brought her through, or at least brought in an understanding that Angie Extravaganza, Mother Angie Extravaganza, absolutely knew the cop and knew who killed her with that a few days. Did she tell anybody? That I don't know. That she didn't tell me. Did she know who killed? Absolutely. After a few days, because I feel from Venus. Oh, hold on. What I feel from Venus, it took because Angie was going to find it. Angie Extravaganza went investigating on her own, went talking around on her own, and found a pit and pinned two together because Angie Extravaganza is extremely intelligent. What you don't tell her is how she's going to find out everything, and I feel that through her personality through Venus. It's what you don't tell her is how she's going to find out everything. And I feel that psychically, I feel that. You don't have to tell her much. It's not what you tell her that tells her everything, it's what you don't tell her that tells her everything about you. And she made a good detective because she could read between the lines. Everybody want to say that Venus was hooking, that he was a John, whatever. No, that's not the case. This man liked her. He killed her. This is what I feel and what I sense. He killed her when she refused sex because she wanted to go someplace. And she didn't want it just to be a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. She wanted to go out. She wanted to be seen. She wanted to go for drinks. He just wanted to have sex. And she's like, no. And then it got kind of, hey, Otter. Then it got kind of ignorant. And and maybe her mouth said something. I feel her mouth said something. And it pissed him off really bad. And she kept going after him, kept going after him. And he put his hands around her neck. I'm going to tell you something else too. Strangling is not all he did to her. Strangling is not all he did to her. I'm going to tell you that too. I feel that the shock value and understanding what he did, he was shocked. It's like he blacked out. I also feel Venus said that he also had alcohol in his breath. He came there kind of tipsy. And that's what put the idea of going to get cocktails in her mind. Because she didn't just go there just to have cocktails. That was to meet, spend time with them. But she didn't want to just do, she wanted to go after. It just turned out wrong. But this is not a John. This was someone she knew. Everybody, I used to hear them, talking to folks of who used to, everybody said this was a John and that she was hooking. Whether Venus hooked or not, I don't know that. That she didn't divulge to me. I don't know. That's not for me to say. I know this wasn't a John. I know this, she wasn't hooking here. This is somebody she knew. This is somebody that she cared about. This is a cop, somebody who she felt safe around, somebody who in the past I feel had protected her and Angie. And I feel Angie introduced them as a cop, someone to look out for them. Because cops were infamous back then in New York City, NYC. All they did was chase the girls. All they did was be ugly to the girls, just hateful. And half of them wanted to get sexual jobs. Half of them wanted sex, or they would blackmail them, or they would say, well, you do just be an underhanded thing, or they would take them to jail. All kinds of. I used to see all kinds of girls because I knew girls that were on the streets in Hunts Point, Hose Point, and Hunts Point off of Lafayette and Bryant. That's where I stayed at for over 21 years. And Howard's Point, the things them girls would tell me about the cops, they were cops that were pimps. They pimp out them girls, take their money and their drugs. That's the Bronx, the BX. So you can't tell me too much about no cop because I'd heard the worst. I even dated two of them. I let Todd go because I didn't want to get that call at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he didn't want to get off the streets. I said, why don't you get a desk job? He didn't want to do it. Ironically enough, when I let him go, a year later, I heard he had passed his detective exam. He would have became a detective. 2 years later, he would have became a detective. After I let him go, yeah, get that. After I let him go, mm, Venus had did up her hair. She had made it blonder. She had makeup on. I even know the outfit she wore. She wore because she had a knapsack bag, and Venus didn't like to get her clothes wrinkled. So she had everything nicely folded. And she had a garment rack with a dress on it that she was going to wear out. She had everything that she was going to wear that night out. Everything pretty. And all he wanted to do is That's all he wanted to do. Venus said, no, I want to go out. Then we can come back. Mm. See, Jenny Livingston, one of the reasons why Paris is Burning was such a scandal because she wanted to make all the girls out into whores. That's none of your business, Miss Jenny Livingston. That's none of your business. She was there to record the nightlife and the ballroom culture. What the girls did outside the ballroom culture is none of your business. But she wanted to be scandalous. And the girls could be scandalous, but that's neither here nor there. We're there to tell about the life of these people. And Jenny Livingston wanted to get all behind the scenes to make it scandalous. That's why the girls that never liked her. None of them did, and none of them really like Paris is Burning either. None of them really like that movie. They didn't like the end results of it. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't part of ball life. I was just looking in, and I'd go visit the balls every once in a while to go and see what the spectacle is, and they were long too. Child, some balls will last 5, 6, 7 hours, 6 hours, and the categories, girl. Listen, it's early in the morning. I'm sleeping. And had a few cocktails. You sleep a little bit because the music is loud. And listen, it would go on forever, but it wasn't boring. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Why is this Wi-Fi thing coming on? It was a lot of fun though. The thing about it, yeah, I do feel Miss Angie. That's what stood out to me, and that I didn't know. I didn't know was see my Wi-Fi is right there. Why is it coming up short? I don't understand that. Yeah, you was shot in 1990. Yeah, but I didn't know that Miss Angie had introduced them. And my thing is, I wonder if Miss Angie had guilt after finding that out, that she may have introduced them together, that she may have introduced that child to her killer. Because I know for a fact through Venus's spirit that Miss Angie did introduce them. She's only, but I feel Venus's spirit is only doing this to explain how she met the person, to give a further explanation. I also go for a further explanation that she wasn't hooking. That's the reason why I felt that her spirit said that, or further explain that. Because she was going down that rabbit hole trail. Child, she was describing the cologne he wore. Brute. Like no, Stetson. Describing what he wore, jeans, sneakers. He had a shirt and a t-shirt undershirt under it. Had his gun on. He was plain clothes. He was a cop. Had his own knapsack with him that must have had his uniform in it. A change of clothes. Yeah. She's describing the whole thing in the whole scene in the hotel room, the motel room. Said he even chose the motel. Well, she chose the motel because they've met there before. And it was cheap. It was inexpensive. It wasn't expensive. So I don't think she had much money. It wasn't expensive. And it was out of the way. Hmm. She had made her hair blonder. Because she always had blonde hair. She had just dyed her hair, or had her hair dyed, or dyed her hair. Yeah. But no, it was a cop though, honey. Also, too, I felt he died about 10 years later. There's no statute of limitation on murder, but the man who did it is no longer in skin. He died about 10 years later. Cancer. Because she's letting me know he whittled away. He just thinned away. Also, she also is letting me know too that hotel room they're in, and I felt that this morning too. It's just smoky. A little weed smoke, a little cigarette smoke. It's just smoky. Um, yeah, mm, yeah. But no, but then also too tapping into her spirit and just understanding like, okay, well, what precinct? I don't know the precinct. I don't know none of that. I just know what she told me. So I've always wondered about that. Exactly who killed Venus? Also, too, I feel, did he end up telling people what he did on his deathbed? Yes, I do. I do feel this man had a wife and children. I do believe he told his wife. I did he give us specifics? Because mind you, Venus is saying she was right there. She was listening to him in spirit. She was listening to him. Yeah, he told his wife. He told her. And he says what he did, but she never told nobody else. She's still living though. The kids are adults. They're in their 40s now. 40, yeah, 30s and 40s now. They don't know. They have no idea. Their mama know though. He told her on his deathbed. Deathbed confession as per usual. Getting it off his shoulders. He told it. He sure did. And I'm wondering if he told other officers. No, he didn't tell other officers. You know. because it was a shock that he did it. And I feel that he couldn't even imagine that he did it. He couldn't even understand why he did it. It just shocked him. Hmm. That's why I go to tell you, men folks say, child, be careful what you say to them, because they're capable of anything. Now, describing, because Venus agrees, she'll go into detail of what she did the day before. Like she's supposed to have met with friends, but she had met, because mind you, he had reneged on meeting her. There were like 4 or 5 friends she was supposed to go meet that night. Now, somebody can back that up because people are still living to this day that Venus was supposed to meet that night and she just didn't show up. She went to be with him. Because I don't feel that she was just all right. Just sometimes Venus would come up missing. Listen, she just was just incognito. And she wouldn't tell nobody. I feel she did that sometimes. She would literally just like, what Venus said? She said she's gonna be here. But she ain't here, girl. She not here. I think that's one of those situations. 'Cause I'm like, well, did you tell your friends you weren't gonna show up? She's like, well, one of them they must have known. No, did you tell them though? Well, they would have figured it out. Hmm. I'm also getting lightheaded too. Really lightheaded. They would have figured it out. That's what she keeps saying. They would have figured it out. So I don't think she told them. And I think her friends that she was supposed to meet that night, um, they didn't know. So I know she was supposed to meet Angie the next day. And also too, not for nothing, I know she was living with her grandmother, but I feel she had moved back with, like she was staying with Angie a lot in the city. And I don't know if they had were living together, not living together. I don't know if she was spending a lot of time over there. I don't know. I feel they were spending a lot more time together. Because I know her mother lives in New Jersey, or her grandmother lived in not mother, her grandmother lived in New Jersey, and that's what she was taking care of. Yeah. Hmm. But she's going through detail after detail after detail after detail of everything. What shoes she wore, what jewelry she wore. She said she didn't bring a lot of her jewelry because she had jewelry. She didn't bring a lot of her, not expensive pieces, but she didn't bring. Oh, also too, she said she had got a wedding band from somebody. This is a validation. She said somebody, one of the girls had given her a wedding band, and it was a memento for somebody who had passed away or a friend that had passed away, because she said, I would have worn it around my neck, but she never got to get a gold chain. She said, one of them little dainty little chains. She said, I probably would put it in a jewelry box, but she said, this was of a sentimental value. Like somebody of the house, one of the houses had died or had passed away, and they had a wedding band. And because she had it around her neck. Um, hmm, did he steal anything from her? Though? Hmm, I don't know. I have no idea. I keep getting from my spirit. Hold on. Okay. I don't know who this girl is. Oh, child, another child. She have to book. She have to book a reading tomorrow. Um, did he take a memento? No, no, because he was too shocked. He just rushed up out of there. He didn't believe he did it. He was just stunned. Anyway, get off him and but trying to feel sorry for his ass. Yeah, she's pulling back now. Yeah, she knew him. She really knew him. She knew him. This wasn't a John. This was a man that she knew, someone she trusted. They had met before. They had services before. Something about he was just angry that day, that night, just angry. I keep yawning too. Maybe she was sleepy. Not sleepy then, but maybe he was tired or something. Maybe. But I say that all to say, we got the meat potatoes of the issue that going on. So if anybody's ever looking up or wanting to discover about Venus extravaganza, our murder has not been solved. Look in NYPD. He was a whole cop. Because at first, for the longest, for years, I thought that he was a John. I thought that she was hooking. I thought it was a situation with a stranger that literally had just went ugly. Because she told a story on Paris is Burning, how she jumped out of a car when a boy thought she was a girl, and then reached down there and literally felt something. He was supposed to feel. Mhm. This wasn't one of those situations, not at all. She knew this man. She knew him. She absolutely knew him. I'm gonna need more of his physical appearance: black hair, pale skin, light blue eyes, tall, about 6'1", big body. He was very big. He was so much bigger than her. So much bigger. Mhm. So much bigger. Child, I'm getting sleepy as I relate this. And that means she's pulling back. Because it is 12:44. It's past midnight, past our bedtime. But I'm getting sleepy. That means she's pulling back. But I think all the information she wanted to get out is just an understanding who took her life and to give a better clarification of what was really going on. That's all it is. Now, I'm gonna back off of that because my head is getting lightheaded. Um, because if you see now, mind you, hearing her, I didn't get the lightheaded part, but I feel now because now I'm posting it online. Because now she feels she's gonna get an audience, she's gonna start to act up. Nope. I wonder if she was like that in skin. Now she got an audience now. She gonna start to act up. No, probably did. But now, no. But seriously, now when you tap into spirit, one thing that you do, of course, is just trust what you see. Mhm. The more you trust concerning spirit, the more you trust your visions, the more they become more accurate. Just trust, because it is a journey. Mhm. All right, y'all. It's 48 minutes and 27 seconds. I just want to come on here and talk about that and literally go about. So I watched Paris is Burning, and I wanted to contribute to something to that wonderful, enigmatic, just wonderful young lady, and just really do just provide a sense of love and care. And yeah, definitely, absolutely, do my part. So listen, do y'all have any questions in chat? Because we got a few people watching. If y'all have any questions, just come on up. I'm kind of sleepy. Child, I was wide awake. Venus over here got me sleepy. I also finished eating dinner too. I know one thing after this broadcast, this little streaming, take my coochie boochie to bed. Now, oh, I can stop sharing. Hold on. No, I'm not gonna stop sharing. Hold on. Oh, let's watch a little bit more of Little Venus. Come on, watch a little bit more.
Kind of like when a girl gets her menstruation.
Now she's talking about
Kind of in that
hormones.
respect because it takes over you emotionally,
Hmm.
and any little slightest ball,
Wasn't she so cute?
and it's like if I do have my, it seems like something like it's like an emotional stress that it's like if you have a period or something, and
Hmm.
just any little thing can bother.
My sweet baby. Look at
I'd
her.
say a day after I take a shower, and
Girl, they were getting them hormone shots, honey.
feel sometimes it makes me feel very good. I feel very feminine.
Mm.
You can notice the change. See, I told you I have a good ass.
Oh, honey. And that old Dorian, oh child, we don't want to talk about how you kept that man in that the man in that trunk. We don't want to talk about all that. Let me cut her off. Child Dorian over there fixing her hair. I remember there was a little Kiki. Child Dorian spent so much time putting makeup on the whole entire film. It was a whole Kiki. How long is she gonna beat her face? How long Dorian gonna beat her face? Child. Oh my god, she beat her face that whole entire film. Just putting on layers of makeup on. That also too. What I love about that film, it's part one and two, so it's gonna add up to about a little bit over an hour of just really good insight of behind. But to be completely honest, I'm kind of shocked that Venus's spirit has reached out to me, and there's so much more she want to say. But the thing about it, a lot of it is private. And then one thing about spirit, if the person has a contact to me, and especially in a public forum, I'm not gonna divulge too much information. I'll divulge exactly what needs to be known. That's it. Because it's a public forum. Don't nobody need to be knowing that child's business. All y'all need to know the man who killed her was a cop, part of NYPD, and she knew him and was introduced to him by Angie. And mind you, the cop, he was known for taking care of the girls and looking out for them. He was an ally. And I don't know why he would. But not only just an ally, too. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. I don't think he was just an ally. I think he was a John. I think he had dealings with the girls in that way. I think he was, I think he had dealings with the girls. I do really do. And maybe John is not a good word. I think he had dealings with the girls. I think he did. I think that did he mind what was between, all that going on? Venus was, Did he mind that? No, that was the problem. It may have been that she had, mouthed off too much to him, and he's a male, and he's gonna be above, that toxic masculinity. That can kill you. These men folks out here, they don't play at all. Hmm. So yeah, I just wanted to devote information. I know I'm not gonna be on that much longer. Now, mind you, if y'all have any questions, for the next 30 minutes, I ask a few little questions on psychic readings. And if you're psychic too, you can go and ask me on how to better tap into spirit. So I said I was going to do that too to help out, but also too to turn this into a teaching moment. So if you want to, you can. I don't think we have any people here. I have a few folks here. Y'all can ask questions if you want to. But if you feel like it, please go see that film. That was the first time I saw it last night. I had never seen Little Venus eating. She was just listen. She was in taking care of her grandmother. I didn't know she took care of her grandmother in New Jersey. I had no idea. I had no idea. She was a little bitty thing, wasn't she? She was as cute as she could be. Um, there are a few more things I know, because she's leading me down a breadcrumb trail that would divulge too much of her life. And no, It ain't scandalous or nothing. Not really. No, not at all. It's just some things should be private. We just want to understand how her life was taken from her. I will say this, she did in spirit, she was around that hotel room for quite a long time. And then provided the opportunity to go to the light, she took it. Mhm. But she was around that space for some time. I don't even think that hotel is even open anymore. I think it's been torn. I feel it's been torn down. It could be, yeah, it's torn down, or made it. No, not made it something. It's torn down. It's torn completely down. I don't feel it's open anymore. But yeah. So y'all, listen. I'm gonna go on with my bad self and go to sleep because now I'm getting sleepy. Now I'm tired. But listen, y'all, be good. Thank you so much for your time and humoring me. Y'all are just wonderful, and I love you, and I thank you, thank you, thank you. So listen, y'all ain't got no questions. Okay. Listen, y'all, be good. Take care of yourself, and thank you so much for your time. Bye bye, everybody. I love you. Bye bye. This is going to end the stream.